Hello, hello, we're going live. We are live on possibly one of the coldest nights that we've had so far. We did attempt to do things so that they weren't back to front. So you may be wondering, what is this behind? It actually does say Fifi, but it's Fifi backwards.
Oh, see,
and you look, Frank, like you're a left-handed
yeah,
accordion player because
right,
we haven't quite figured out everything yet. But very warm welcome on a very, very freezing night in Aberdeenshire. Very welcome to join Frank Thomson and me, and Peter Stewart and Karen Ritchie are with us, and Catherine Robertson, hello to you, and Catherine Nicholson and Kathy Ross and Ailey MacLeod, great, from Invergordon, Sheila MacLeod and Ishbel Jack and Paulette Gould, hello, lovely to have you. Junie McPherson, always with us. Irene Mott, hello, thank you. I saw you with your lovely granddaughter today on Facebook. Christine Miller and Rona Forbes, and I can't get through everybody. Agnes, Gordon Calder, Lewis Sinclair, Gordon Hunter, and Bill Evans, yes, and Jamie Sutherland, excellent. Frank, you're playing away, that lovely. What are you playing?
Lochnagar.
Lochnagar. That was one of my dad's great.
It's his favourite song too.
That was very much from this area. Lochnagar. Phyllis, hello, and Fiona and Christine and Liz and Liana and Danny Barnes from London and Robin Cook and Sheila Stewart. You know that we're all bonkers, don't you? We're all completely bonkers. We're still doing this very happily, so I'm so happy to have you, Frank.
My pleasure.
It's really great. And Susanna Penman Bradley from Sydney, Australia. And Andy Burnett and Eileen Andrew, Delina Lament, Frida Baxter, and John Lee. Oh my goodness, John, the golfer, is inside. It's too cold for him. Frank and I are out here, stalwarts, Tricia and Patricia Wilson, and Nancy is from Nova Scotia, and Jennifer Faulkner, and Liz, and Gordon Bullock, Kathleen Geddes, Fiona Murphy, and Ailey MacLeod. Ailey, please. Oh, she would love Ailey.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know Ailey? I know Ailey. We can maybe try that later. And, oh yes, it's lovely. Gordon, Murray and Sheila and Norma and Stephen Baxter. Hello. We're very well, Steve. It's freezing cold. We're complete. Are you as mad as me, Frank?
Yes.
Frank, it's confirmed. He's as mad as me. Mary Tyndall and Frida Baxter saying good evening, Frank.
Oh, lovely. Yes.
Do you know Frida?
Frida Baxter, yes. Yeah.
Frida's saying hello. Ed Crozier, lovely to see you. I hope you're keeping better. Ed had the same as me. We both got the dreaded lurgy, but he's on the mend and I'm fine. John Conroy and John Hopkins and Shona and James Mackay and Joni Mackay and Nancy from Ontario. This is just great. Well, how lovely. I think we should have a chat. What one is that? When I've done my work of day,
that's right,
and I
that's
row my
Oh,
boat
lovely,
away.
yes.
I'm glad I'm not rowing any boat away at the minute.
Well, no.
It is Baltic, friends and family out there. I know my sister Kirsty and Andrew are watching in France, but you're going to start us off with some reels.
Oh,
I've
yes.
got two heaters here for Frank, both pointing at his knees, which is no use.
It's my fingers.
I'll hold them up. I'll hold
that
them up.
sounds good, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll hold
that's
them up.
fine. Yeah, okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So are you going to play us a reel or a jig? Or
Let's put Aberdeen on the map with the Bonnie Lass of Bonaccord, which is the crest and the toast for Aberdeen.
Happy to meet. Sorry to part.
Happy to meet
again.
Well done.
Bonaccord.
Just testing.
Okay. golfer has come outside. Little round of applause from the golfer. He has a clue shortly. Or maybe you have a clue now. Are you going to save it for a bit?
Do it now.
Or you do it now? Oh, he's coming in to do it. Hang on, let me move out. You have to sit down. You have to sit down because people, you now have your own. You've now have your own fan base.
Stardom at last.
Now remember, you've got your dance date later on.
Dancing
You've got-
later on?
Right.
Yes.
No, it's a bit cool for that. Native American dwelling, 6 letters, and it's not a teepee.
Native American dwelling.
Six
Six letters.
and it's not a
not a
teepee.
teepee. Well, you go back inside. You
know-
better look at the iPad, because I might miss the people who guess it correct. Sophie will show you how to use the iPad. Not big on technology.
You know, every time I come here, I learn new things, perhaps a new song or a new word, and it's lovely. I remember the last one I learned was the word beer.
Oh,
Now,
yes.
I thought there was only one beer and it came in a glass, you know. But this is another type of beer. Do you remember what
Yes,
it
was that the
The coffin carry, it's a thing, it's a trestle that the coffin stands on. So you've got to be dead to have a beer.
It's not,
How cheerful.
it was true. Frank, we're supposed to be cheering people up. I mean, I banned my husband from negative clues.
I know,
We're
yes.
not having any negative clues. I'm quite sure someone will have already guessed this. Now, let me just... Oh, a star is born, said Ed Crozier about Francis. And Mary is watching. And I've got a couple of requests. We have got younger viewers, not just the oldie-poldies.
Oh, yes, that's
I
nice,
mean,
yeah.
there are younger viewers and young at heart. We have a lovely 8-year-old who watches us, and his name is Sandy Burke. And he's with his dad, and his dad was telling me that Sandy Burke got a record player for his Christmas, and he was playing old Kennedy albums, Meet the
Oh, nice,
Kennedys
yes.
and Round It Callums. So Sandy, thank you for joining us, because it's lovely to have the younger viewers. I also have another young gentleman who's called Colton Palmer, and his mum Eberly. They watch most weeks as well, and so we have all age groups.
That's amazing, yes.
I am
Yeah,
not going to ask you your age if you don't ask me my age.
That sounds a good idea, yes, yes.
I think it's about being young at heart.
I can't tell you my fingers. I could tell you the age of my fingers, but I'll not even tell you that.
I'm 21 plus that.
I'm a few years ahead of you, but don't worry too much.
21 in a few months. Well, let me sing a song. What will I sing? Will we sing the lovely one? Oh,
You can tell everyone who said wigwam they're wrong.
oh! Everyone who said wigwam, you're wrong. Francis
Now,
says.
I've
All
got
right.
one for you, Francis.
All right.
It's Hummel Dodies.
Ooh,
Now, there you are.
Hummel Dodies.
Hummel Dodies. And we could do with them tonight. So see if you can find that one
Hummel
out. It's
Dodies.
Hummel Dodies.
So we've got 2 clues going.
Yes.
Okay, so we're looking for Hummel Dodies, and we're also looking for the native Indian dwelling.
Oh, that sounds good. Yes.
So Francis,
wigwam.
and it's not teepee.
And
Okay.
my name is spelled I-S. by the way.
Oh, and Francis is very particular about how you're all spelling his name. So please, can you spell it? This is all going to his head, Frank.
I see that.
His
yes,
name is
uh-huh,
Francis, Francis.
Yes.
Are you Francis as well?
I am, believe it or not, with I in
Are
it
you?
as well, yes.
Did you ever get called Francis?
I think my father, his name was Francis, but he was known as Francie.
Yes.
But I hate Francis. I can't help it.
Francis speaks very kindly of you.
Does he? Well, I'll speak kindly of him then. Hummel Dodies, yes.
Well, right. I am going to sing a song that dates back.
You
This
can
is
tell Hilary Chapman Thurber, it's not lean to, that's 2
oh
letters.
no, Hilary Chapman Thurber. It is not lean to. So let's.
That's 2 letters.
It's 2 letters. So keep going, everyone. Oh, it's good. It's a tricky one this time. Francis, that might play back if you come too near me. So I'm going to take us all back, shamelessly sentimental, to 1947, to a song written by Harry Gordon and Tommy Connor. Now, that was before your time as well,
Certainly
surely.
was, yes.
It was made famous, I think, probably by not just Kenneth McKellar, who sang it beautifully, but Robert Wilson. But Kenneth McKellar, I remember him singing that, or I remember my dad and mum playing, Kenneth singing this lovely song, which didn't sound very Scottish, Down in the Glen.
Oh, it's down in the glen.
Yeah, will we do that one?
Yeah, we should. This should work out
Sorry.
well because we've been practicing for months for this, Fiona.
We did a FaceTime call earlier today. I mean, and then the timing is all wrong because it
It doesn't.
Anyway, we're going to give it our best shot. So, do I just get accordion, Frank?
I was going to give you an intro.
Oh, give me an intro. Give me an intro. Twilight is softly falling as the sun sets in the west. The one I love is calling. Shepherd, come home to rest. At hush of evenside, o'er the hills beyond the Clyde, I go roaming to my heaven down in the glen. Though humble it may be, there an angel waits for me in my lonely little heaven down in the glen. Across the moonlit heather, my laddie calls as I roam. 'Tis soon we'll be together in that heaven we call home. The sheep are in the fold, and there's peace worth more than gold. May the shepherd in that heaven down in the glen. Over to you. At hush of eventide, o'er the hills beyond the Clyde, I'll go roaming to my heaven down in the glen. Though humble it may be, there an angel waits for me in that lonely little heaven down in the glen. Across the moonlit heather, my laddie calls as I roam. 'Tis soon we'll be together in that heaven we call home. The sheep are in the fold, and there's peace worth more than gold in that heaven, in that heaven, down in the glen. Well done, well done. Well, given we had no rehearsal for that, I thought that was not bad at all.
Yeah, it brought back memories to me. But I worked in Tobermory for several years back in the late 60s.
Did you?
Yeah, and...
Did you work with Bobby McLeod?
Yes, I worked for the Clydesdale Bank.
Oh, yes.
But we played together, Bobby McLeod and myself, many times in Mull.
So were you working in the bank in Tobermory?
Yeah, the Clydesdale Bank in Tobermory.
Are you okay?
And the bank manager was a guy called Angus McIntyre. I don't know if you remember him. He was very, very well known.
Yes.
As a speaker and he hosted dinners and all sorts of things, burned suppers. He was a very, very clever guy.
There were some Cayleys in that Missionish.
Oh yes, yes.
I
yeah,
remember
that was
going
where,
to. I remember going to the Missionish. In fact, I don't know if you all remember this, but you would go to. It wasn't just the Missionish, but do you remember when there were nylon sheets on beds? I mean, awful. I mean, it wasn't just the Missionish at that point. It was a very kind of 60s, 70s, 80s
Well, Brian
thing.
Island was all the rage back then.
Brian
I think,
Island,
yeah.
and your hair would kind of go like this, and it wasn't pleasant. But I also went to Mull. There's a lovely connection with Mull that I have, because I made a children's series called The Witch's Daughter, which was for BBC, and I played The Witch's Daughter, and it was a lovely 6-part drama. And I don't know, do you remember the Witch's Daughter?
No,
Maybe you
no,
don't.
no,
I had
wasn't
to
into
sing.
witches.
I had to sing. I could do a wee bit of this actually unaccompanied. I remember singing the opening credits, which were Nambulum hin uhalainu, Nambulum hin uhalainu, Nambulum hin uyoin dovridal, Nambulum hin uhalainu, halainu, skundalainu, Nambulum hin uhalainu, Nambulum hin uyoin dovridal, Nambulum hin uhalainu.
Is that the song, the Mist Covered Isle?
That's Dream.
Mountains of...
That's Dream Angus.
Oh, Dream Angus, yes.
And for the
Yeah.
Witch's Daughter, they wanted a Gaelic, or I can't remember if Dad actually translated it and wrote the words for it for me to sing it for the children's program. Anyway, it was a lovely drama. I think it's time you played a little something, a little jig and a little reel.
That sounds good.
Is
I was
that-
going to.
Are you okay, Frank?
I know you have a fan club in Ireland, and I know some of the people watch your programme every week. I thought I would play a few Irish songs.
Oh, that would be lovely. Because I was going to say that Maybeth Fenton, it's her birthday this week, and she lives near Belfast, and also Morris and Kitty Crawford.
Yeah.
They watch regularly from Belfast as well. We've got lots of friends, and
Oh,
there are a lot
lovely,
of people
yes.
in Southern Ireland. So
You
a
could
little
maybe join.
Irish.
You could maybe join in the first one. It's the 40 Shades of Green.
Oh, I love that one. Okay. it on your head. Crozier said he was dancing in the kitchen and enjoying it so much. And Christine Kennedy, hello Christine, welcome. I've got some other requests. Anne McIntosh, she wanted something. Aileen McLeod, can you play the Cameron Highlander for my 89-year-old father? And Rhoda McLeod and Linda Milne, beautiful. Bob Anderson, cheers. Aileen McEwen. And nobody's got the answer yet. Phyllis Stewart got the foot tapping. Pam Donaldson's clapping, and so is Bill, and so is John. They're all loving you.
Oh gosh, that's
I mean,
I didn't know I had a fan club.
You've got a big fan club. And I mean, Francis has got a fan club. You already said you hate Francis, but not him. You just hate the name.
Yes.
And you didn't like being called Francis.
Well, I remember at school one day, there was a knock on the class door, and somebody said, "Is Francis here?" And the teacher said, "No, this is an all-male class we've got here."
So they didn't.
Francis
not a clue.
normally is a girl's name.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
however,
there's a lot of Francises and Franks and.
That's right.
Francis Sinatra.
There you are. You see.
And Saint Francis of Assisi. Francis is elevating himself immediately. Nobody's got your clue yet, Francis? Nope. He's out now throwing a ball at the dog.
Yeah.
How about
Hummel Dodies?
Hummel Dodies? Has anyone got Hummel Dodies? Hummel Dodies. Eileen Pike saying good stuff. Hi Eileen, lovely to have you with us. And Will Gibb is watching, and Kathleen Ann Morrison, and Paige Graham from Nova Scotia.
Oh, amazing.
Australia to Nova Scotia. Neva Hades is watching. I played golf yesterday.
Oh, yes.
We thought we were fantastic. Neva was playing and my friend Adeline was playing and Maura were playing. First time this year. I am not much of a golfer, but we thought we were brilliant because the ball skitters so far away because it's so cold.
Yes.
You like golf?
Yes, I love golf, yes. But I notice Neva Hayes is watching, so hopefully Roy will do a little reeling dance later on. Neva, yes.
I hope you're dancing in the kitchen, Roy and Neva, and with a dram. Eileen is watching and Amanda Taylor is watching. And I was going to say a big hello. I'm going to sing a song, a special request for Anne McIntosh, but also for Lara and Stuart Lamont. I know they watch in their kitchen because Kirsty, my sister, told me, and they watch every week. So this is for you, Lara and Stuart, and it's just lovely to have you with us. And also for friends who just had a birthday. My lovely friend Joyce Young had a birthday last week, and William Smith had a birthday last week, and birthdays coming up this week. John Bett, my dear friend John Bett, wonderful actor. Maggie Wilson from VSA chairman, it's her birthday coming up. Mike Stobby from London, wonderful musician and writer. And I said Maybeth in Northern Ireland. So for all these friends, I'm going to sing a song that was requested a couple of weeks back, because my mother, as many of you know, was a great singer, and she used to sing a song also about the island of Mull, which was Tobermory Bay.
Oh yes.
And
okay.
do you think we could do that one,
yeah,
Frank?
let's have a go at it. Yes.
Let's have a go at this.
Can you remind me the key?
Yes. Let me just tell you. I looked at the piano when I sat at the piano today. I think it's an F major. Do you think that's right? If you give me an F...
Let's do it in C, just
Oh.
to be different.
Let's do it in C. I think
Let's
it's an
have a
F.
look. Yeah,
Well, let me hear it. Let me hear C, and I'll tell you if I'm in C. You may be right. This is the blind leading the blind here. Hello, Joan Mackenzie is watching, and so is Bob Anderson. Hello, and Hilda Dunsmore. Hello, hi, welcome Hilda. Junie McPherson and David Sanderson. I like the song, thank you. And Heather Angus. So it's lovely to have you all with us. And we've even got Roxy Rose, our little Jack Russell Terrier. So do you want, let me hear F major just in case. Or no, C major is what you think.
No, let's do it in F, just to be awkward, you know.
This could go horribly wrong. I'm yearning for my Hebridean island. The mountains there are heather sweet today. It may be just because my heart is Highland. I long for Mull and Tobermory Bay. The fishing boats, the nip of autumn weather, the spindrift, the excitement of the fray, the toil of hauling in the nets together, then homing back to Tobermory Bay. Down here I feel I'm not belonging rightly. The lowlands are attractive in their way, but all the same my heart is anchored tightly to sunrise over Tobermory Bay, to kindly folk, too honest to deceive me. I'll guarantee their goodness any day. Their Highland hearts are truer gold, believe me, than all the gold in Tobermory Bay. A little bit in between. The birds need only lift their wings and wonder. I wish I was as fortunate as they. If I had wings, I'd spread and fly them yonder and settle down in Tobermory Bay. My dream of Mull goes stronger still and stronger. It's home for me, I cannot disobey. So strong it is, I can indeed no longer resist the call of Tobermory Bay.
Lovely, yes.
Oh, happy days, happy memories. That was
Two people came back with hand mitts.
very much
Yes.
my mum's song. My mum sang that, and it was just, I've never sung it before, but it just,
Lovely song, yeah.
it's a lovely song. I think we are being extremely sentimental this evening because you're a sentimental kind of chap.
I used to be, yes.
How do you mean you used to be? What went wrong, Frank?
I don't know. It's just it's old age, I think.
No, you're certainly not. Certainly not. Oh, has anyone got it yet? Nobody's got it yet. Hang on, someone came back with
Wigwam.
Wigwam. No.
No.
Rebecca,
Lean
do you
to.
know? A lean-to.
No.
So give us the clue again, because I've got memory like a sieve.
Native American dwelling.
Native American dwelling. How many letters? 6 letters.
Igloo,
Native
yeah.
American dwelling. 6 letters. Oh, Colin Manders said, what a bonny song. Thank you, Colin. It is. And Maria Bjerg is watching. Hello, love from Denmark. Betty is watching. Hi, Betty and Mary Galloway. Georgia May Drennan. Hello. She thought it was a beautiful song. And hello to all your neighbours in East Kilbride. And Louis Pickup and Trisha and Neil Strachan. We've got so many people watching.
Isn't that lovely? Yes.
You've got a big fan club,
Oh
Frank.
yes, yeah, I've got my family.
And
yes,
Francis,
yeah.
well, there's a family. Are you going to give them a name check?
Yeah. Oh yes, there's Julie, Sharon, and Lindsay. They're going to be watching, and I think there was a request for you to sing "An Old Maid in a Garage."
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, it's Garret. Yeah.
An old maid in a garage. This is what it's come to. An old maid in a garage. Well, actually, I am going to sing that.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine.
As it happens,
Julie will be delighted. Yeah.
This was a song that my mother also used to sing, and I grew up hearing her singing this. Now, let me see. There was another request to get off.
Well, hopefully we've got the right key this time.
What key would you like to play this one
Let's
in?
go for D.
Has anyone got your clue yet, Francis? And what about your humble
Dodies. Yeah.
humble
Yeah.
dodies? Does anyone
Yes,
know?
somebody's bound to
Anybody
do
know
it,
what
yeah.
humble dodie is?
Mitts. Hand mitts.
Are they mitts?
Fingerless gloves. Yes,
Fingerless gloves.
Yeah, yeah.
Hummel dodies. That is a great
It's a
word.
lovely name, yes.
Hummel dodies. Great. So we're now going to do the special request for your daughters.
Yes, the old maid in the garage.
Thank you.
I think you're safe enough. I mean, you've
think
been
that's-
around this man for about 30
Yeah,
years.
I
I don't think he's going to
I think that
chuck
ship.
you out. Yeah.
No, I think that ship has sailed. I don't think. But it's amazing how I mean, you don't even hear that term anymore. Old maid. I mean,
No.
you hear.
Well, you do because it's women who've never married.
Well, no, we know what it.
That's right, yes.
No, but we know that it's women. But you don't. You would never say that these days. That would be very politically
Yes,
incorrect.
yes.
It would be bordering on bad manners, Francis.
And there's a garret, an attic room in a house or
A
something.
garret. So this is an old maid in a garret, as opposed to this old maid in a garage. And
Who chose not to marry.
oh, Sophie's come out of the house saying, oh, she's objecting. This is about women who chose not to marry. This was not. Oh gosh, it's all. The door banged.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think-
yes.
I think-
You're
Do you think? Are
you're
we
digging
being?
a big hole for yourself here.
Should we just
Yes.
sing it anyway?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, they're getting. They're getting. I think my family are being a bit sensitive, or that. Okay, are you just giving me a chord in?
No.
Now I've often heard it said from my father to my mother, to gang to a wen is the macken o' another. If this be true, I will go without a bidding. Oh, kind Providence, won't you send me to a wedding? And it's oh dear me, what will I do if I die an old maid in a garret? Well, there is my sister Jean, she's not handsome or good looking, scarcely 16 and a fella she was courting. Now at 24 with a son and a daughter, here am I 45 and I've never had an offer, and it's oh dear me, what can I do if I die an old maid in a garret? I can cook, I can sew, I can keep the house real tidy, rise early in the morning and make the breakfast ready. There's nothing in this wide world would make me half so cheery as a wee fat man to call me his wee dearie, and it's oh dear me, what will I do if I die an old maid in a garret? So come landsman, come pinsman, come tinker or come sailor, come fiddler, come banker, come ploughman or come sailor, come rich man, come poor man, come fool or come witty, come any man at all that will marry me for pity, and it's oh dear me, what will I do if I die an old maid in a garret? Well, now I'm away from home nobody's hidden, nobody's hidden, and nobody's bleeding. I'll go away to my own bitty garret. If I can't get a man, then I'll have to get a parrot. And it's oh dear me, what will I do if I die an old maid in a garret? And it's oh dear me, what will I do if I die an old maid? If I die an old maid, if I die an old maid in a garret.
Yeah, very good. Yes.
Oh, there's a wave of applause from the family. So has anyone got the answer to Francis's clue? Not heard this in ages. Well done, Fiona. Thank you, Robert and Mary and Isabel Foley. Hello, Anne Fintry and Trisha Donovan. There's lots of smiles. And Aileen Lamb. Thank you, Fiona. My husband Peter used to sing this song. And Shirley Fuchs really pulling at my heartstrings. My late sister Anne Reid sang. I'm sorry about that. It brings back memories, and it is. These songs do. They really do bring back memories. Oh, someone's saying Francis Wigwam. No.
No. The answer
I'll tell you.
is
Hang on.
Igloos comes to mind.
no.
It's not right. Hang on. Francis the golfer is coming in. Peggy Gillis is watching. Come in. Now you've got to sit down and be nice.
Well, you'll sit down.
Or you sit down. But yeah, at least sit down. So the answer to this clue is
I think that Frank and Fiona should get a medal because it's -8 out here tonight. It is so cold. God knows what. You've been well treated tonight, chaps. And the answer is Pueblo. Pueblo.
Pueblo.
Another new word for me.
Another
Yes.
new word for me. You didn't say it was going to be a Spanish clue. Is that not kind of Spanish?
It's Native American.
It's Native
dwelling.
American. All right. Well, this week, Francis, you're the winner.
Well done.
So
Yoo-hoo,
stay here,
yes.
because Frank is going to play us out, and we're going to have a little reel in the back. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. It is very, very cold, and I'm conscious of Frank not getting much colder than you are. How are your hands?
Just about.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to have one more
Lots of
tune
ice,
from
yeah.
Frank and Junie McPherson. Oh, Colin got it. Yes, Colin Manders got it.
Well done.
It's just you weren't paying attention. Colin Manders, well done. Keith Mackay. Oh, hang on. Loved you. Brian Green, well done to Colin Manders for answering it. Francis, you are not the winner. Colin.
He's the question master.
He's the question master. Yeah, Colin Manders. There will be a prize for Colin Manders.
Wishing John Ling.
I know, and I would also like to say to Francis's cousin John Ling, speedy recovery. He's had major heart surgery in Glasgow, back home, recuperating in Aberdeen. We're not saying how old John is. He's your cousin. He's younger than you by a lot younger than you. But we're just really pleased to hear, John, that you're making a good recovery, and we're thinking of you. So we're going to have a couple of reels before we
That's
go.
fine. I noticed earlier on there's a lady from San Francisco
Yes.
watching, Mary Tyndall. She's quite a well-known Scottish country dancer.
Oh, wonderful, Mary.
Pity we couldn't see you tonight, so perhaps you can do your Paddy Basque steps in the kitchen
And-
to this little reel.
And you know, Jody Duramo is watching from Kentucky. So I heard that it was snowing in Kentucky today. So unbelievable. Well, there's snow on the ground here, and we are outside. And Florian Reid and Anne Valerie are watching, and Liz Petrie, another great concert, she says. And Ailey McLeod is saying, get well soon. And we all wish John well soon. Right, Frank's eager to play. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to dance at the back. Go with the golfer. Come on. I got my wellies on. everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again. And I'll be back next Monday. Frank, you'll come back
We'll come
when
back
the weather
sometime
is
again.
warmer. And I'm hoping that we'll have Neil Burst playing next week. Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.